Now, although this might not be a highly requested video, it felt fitting to rank all the churches on Christmas Day. So, welcome back to day 7 of Rankmas. Now, I'm not a religious man. However, this could be helpful as it means that none of these churches will have religious biases. Instead, they're simply ranked on design, location, accessibility, memorability, and extra features. Coming in 9th place is the Rancho Church, which is not very well known by the typical player. However, this also means that it's not very memorable, because you can't remember something if you didn't know it was there in the first place. As for its overall score, the building itself is fairly lackluster, though it does have decent accessibility, just not enough to take it out of the lowest spot. Moving way up north to the St. Bridget Baptist Church, the design itself is much more church-like and stands out in the community of Paleto Bay. You will notice that this design will be seen 2 more times in this ranking video. In this case, both the sign in front of the church and the signs on the doors match the name of the church, St. Bridget. Heading even farther north, many people likely forgot about the North Yankton Church. Located all the way up in Ludendorff, it does mean that the accessibility for Los Santos residents is fairly lackluster. However, being the only church in Ludendorff, it helps its score immensely. For those who did remember this church, you'll know that it was quite memorable, being used in a few minor missions and game modes. It also has a cemetery located outside with some extra unique features on the building itself. Heading back to Los Santos, you'll find the Children of the Mountain Fellowship Church, which is bordering more on the cult side of this list. However, being located in the middle of the southern suburbs and having a nice wheelchair accessible ramp, this is definitely above average for accessibility. It's also very clearly identifiable to anyone driving by as a church. As previously mentioned, this church model has been seen before up in Paleto Bay, but in this case it's being used in Great Chaparral. Keeping a small cemetery outside and some very green grass in the immediate area, it may not score well for accessibility or location, but its design and memorability do bump it up. The signs above the doors still say the St. Bridget Baptist Church, and the sign up front says Hill Valley Church, both of which are incorrect. The Old Plaza Church is a bit more difficult to recognize as a church, though it has a beautiful design with the plaza area and a very accepting feeling to it. It's also in a great location of the map. Speaking of great locations, a great location for you to check out is my community tab, where I post daily community polls testing your knowledge on vehicles in GTA 5. Take today's question for example. Which of these vehicles does not have a holiday livery? You have any idea? Go check out my community tab and make your votes today. Moving to the top 3, the church in Little Seoul is the closest church to downtown, and it hides amongst the much taller buildings on its block. However, its overall design and memorability once you know it's there is probably the best in the game. This is not only the tallest, but likely one of the largest churches in all of San Andreas, though I'm not sure about its accessibility overall. In second place is the Rockford Hills Church, which could compete with Little Seoul's church both on design and size. Located right next to the honorable mention of the Epsilon building, it is very recognizable and stands out a lot from its surrounding structures, giving it a slight edge over the previous churches. Meaning that the best church in the entire game is the actual Hill Valley Church. Having the same design as the St. Bridget Baptist Church and the Chaparral Church, this church does have a different color scheme and the largest cemetery in the game located right next to it. This is likely the most memorable church because when you ask someone to think of a church within the game, this is the one that comes to mind. However, the sign above the door has reverse signage for the St. Bridget Baptist Church, which is a small error on Rockstar's part. Let me know which one you put at the top, and feel free to check out the rest of the Rankmas series here, and I'll see you tomorrow for the theater ranking video for day 8 of Rankmas.